Hi YouTube, this is Marie, aka Stackpoles. New username. Just want to get healthy. First of all, I want to apologize for ending my YouTube account. The reason why I did it is I did go to the surgeon on April 8th and had a terrible experience. So I actually wrote down some stuff that I want to talk about. So I'm sorry, I apologize, but I'm going to actually read it because that's a lot. On April 8th, my husband and I got up out of the house by 5:50 a.m. for a long-awaited appointment at Tufts. We had no time finding our way. In fact, we got there 3 hours early. Yes, I'm never late, and there's something wrong. So we got a bite to eat in the cafe and waited as I watched a man come out with his folds for his surgery appointment. I was like, yeah, is this going to be me too? Okay, so they call my name. No, not a nurse, the secretary. This hospital does not have nurses. Weird. I guess they can't afford them. Tufts. Big hospital in Boston. Anyways, we walked to his office, the doctor that is, as I'm sitting with my husband, and the doctor said, I need to type this letter and then we can talk. Okay. Oh, that's fine. So he goes on and asks me tons of questions like, what have I tried and so forth, and how much do I weigh? Hello, I just got weighed. Don't you look on the piece of paper? Not that I wanted to answer because I weighed more than my husband, so I was a little bit embarrassed. But I answered. Then he had a stack of papers from all the surgeries I've ever had and had enough balls to ask me when my Nissen acid reflux surgery was. He had everything right there. Why did I take all the time and get this information? I don't know. What? You can't look at that either? Okay, so I said around 12 years. Then he says, well, if there is too much scar tissue, I'll just close you back up. Close me back up after I just went through surgery? I'd be devastated. This is all the negative that he's telling me. I know he did not want to do my surgery. Then he told me I need to go for an upper GI. Okay, why do I need to go for an upper GI? No, I didn't. I don't feel I should have to ask. I didn't. Why? He never tells me, okay, by the way, I'm a 10% more for blockage. Well, blockage is really not a big deal. It's just another surgery and stapling it up. I'm not afraid of that. And then he tells me that I'm more for 10% of the thing that, like Amelia had, massage guidance. I'm a higher 10% risk for that. Now I'm scared to death, and my husband missed work for this. We left in the first call I made with my family doctor. I knew I needed some drugs. I did okay, though, and I joined Weight Watchers. Then Faith. A girl at work, her name is Gretchen, asked me over and over to switch so I could see my mom. She had lap band on Monday, the 13th. I did, and Faith had it. The surgeon that I originally went to did the surgery, was seeing my mom at 5:30 at night, which it's got to be Faith. I'm telling you people, it's got to be Faith. He saw my mother in the morning about 10:15, 10:45. She went to surgery. She was a little bit late. She got out of surgery at 2. He saw her in recovery and then came and saw her again at 5:30. I was there. Thank God. So he looked at me and he said, I'm all done reading. So he looked at me and he said, how are you doing? And I said, do you remember me? He said, yes, I remember you. I go, well, I didn't want to cry. I said, I'm not doing too good. He asked me what the problem was. I explained to him that I had a terrible experience at Tufts Medical with the doctor that I saw, and I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to scare anybody, that he never asked me, you know, when I had to tell him everything. And then the doctor says to me, the best thing you can do right for me now is lose weight. Okay, give me a goal. Give me what? How much weight do you want me to lose? Never said that. And the doctor says, well, we'll have my nurse call you in a week to set an appointment. Okay, a week is tomorrow, people, and I still have not heard from that surgeon or the doctor's office to set the surgery up. So I'm explaining this to all. Dr. Goldenberg, he's right here in Concord, New Hampshire. And he says, Marie, he goes, I don't want to discourage you. He goes, I honestly think that you're a good candidate for this. He explained to me about the upper GI. The reason why they want to do the upper GI is they want to see if my Nissen, my acid reflux surgery, is still intact on my stomach, which I know it is because I don't have any acid reflux. But the other doctor didn't explain this to me. So he says to me, I want you to go see another doctor in Boston. Okay, so it's Leahy Clinic, and the doctor's Russian. I don't care if he's yellow at this point. Of course he laughs. So So he told me to call the office in the morning, which I did, but as a surgeon, you know, he didn't call me back. But the way that I am, I do my own research. I do Google, and I found Leahy Clinic, and I find the doctor. So I called the doctor's office today because I'm all excited. Yay, you know, maybe I'm going to get the surgery done after all. So I call the doctor's office. Backfire. I have to start all over again. I have to go through the psych eval, the nutritionist, the classes, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, look, lady, my insurance just paid over $3,000 for this procedure. They're not going to pay again. She goes, well, then I'm sorry, you won't be able to come here. Fine, can I speak to the nurse? No, I'll pass the information on. Okay. So I go back to Google and I start typing in specialist surgeons for the Nissen that I had done for acid reflux. And I come across a doctor at Tufts. So I email him, and because his personal email, and I explained to him that I was seen on April 8th with one of his coworkers, and I didn't have the warm fuzzy feeling that I wanted for surgery, and I just didn't feel comfortable. And would it be possible to come in for a second opinion? And that I'd have to wait about 2 days to hear from them. I'm not a patient person, people. So I go to break. I go to my lunch at 3:30. So at 3:30, I'm like, what the hell? I'm going to call Tufts. So I call them. She tells me, yes, ma'am, you can come in for a second opinion, but the doctor that you're requesting to see, it doesn't book until June. That's how booked he is. But we have another doctor that can see you on May 8th. Okay, can she do the Nissen procedure that I need reversed to have the surgery? Yes, ma'am, she can do that. So there you go, people. On May 8th, I'm going back to Tufts. I'm not giving up. I'm determined I'm going to have this surgery. I did join Weight Watchers because I have to do something. I'm 110 pounds overweight. I went grocery shopping, picked up maybe 4 or 5 things, and my knees hurt. So I just wish that, I hope you guys aren't mad at me for closing my YouTube account the way I did abruptly. My husband's like, are you going to tell these people what's going on? I'm sorry, people. I was just so devastated that gastric bypass was the last thing I wanted to think of. Yes, I did open a new account today at work, and I have emailed a few people that I really cared about. Not that I don't care about everybody, because I do, but some people make me laugh, and some people, you know, give me the encouragement that I need. I hope that you people stick with me, and I hope that you watch me in my journey, and I hope this time I'm going to see the right surgeon, a positive surgeon that wants to do the surgery, and that's all I got to say. Thank you again. Bye-bye.